Hi, my name's Ciara from Ciara's Home Yoga. This is Restorative Yoga and Meditation. For today's practice, we'll need some cushions or you can use some pillows instead. We'll start lying down on our mat, so let's get started. To start, we'll make our way to lying down on our mat. We'll bend our knees, bring our feet behind our bum and lift our hips up to place our cushions or our pillows under our sacrum. We're going to spend around 4 minutes in this pose, so you can take your time to get comfortable. Play around with one cushion or two cushions. Find what works for you. In this pose, we'll have our feet a foot or so apart and we'll let our ankles fall open. Our arms are placed away from our body with our palms facing up. We'll breathe in 3 parts here. So we'll inhale, filling up our lower belly, our upper belly, our chest. Exhale, chest. Exhale, upper belly. Exhale, lower belly. And we'll continue to breathe like this. If we get lost in thought, we'll label any thoughts that pop up thinking and return our attention to our breath every time, breathing in 3 parts. Our minds like to go walkies, so we're training ourselves not to react where thoughts go and to notice when it happens. That's the skill we're trying to cultivate here. Continuing to return our attention to our breath every time. Breathing in 3 parts. Inhale, filling up our lower belly. Inhale, upper belly. Inhale, chest. Exhale, chest. Exhale, upper belly. Exhale, lower belly. A reminder to check in with our breath. And release. To come out of this pose, We'll raise our hips up and move our pillows to one side before lowering our knees to one side and pushing ourselves up to sitting. We're going to move our pillows now to under our mid-thoracic spine. That's our bra strap area. Again, play around with 1 or 2 cushions. Find what works for you. Take your time to get comfortable here. Similar to our last pose, our feet are apart, falling away from each other. Our arms are outstretched with our palms facing up, and we'll breathe deeply and evenly here. You can continue with the 3-part breathing if that works for you. We'll pay attention to where our focus goes, guiding our focus back to our breath every time we notice ourselves getting lost in thought. Guiding our focus back to our breath every time we get lost in thought. In this pose, we'll try to discover something new we never noticed before about our breath. It might be the difference in the air temperature of our inhales compared to our exhales, or the way the air caresses the inside of our nose on our inhales. Or maybe we'll notice the pause between our breaths and bottle that stillness. We're remembering to breathe deeply, breathing in 3 parts. Inhale, lower belly. Inhale, upper belly. Inhale, chest. Exhale, chest. Exhale, mid-belly. Exhale, lower belly. Feeling our belly fill up with air on our inhales and deflate on our exhales. And release. To come out of this pose, we bend our legs, bring our feet behind our bum, roll to one side and push ourselves up to sitting. We'll make our way to tabletop now with our hands under our shoulders and our knees under our hips. Our knees are hip distance apart. We'll sit on our heels, bring our big toes to touch and extend our arms forward to come into child's pose. In this restorative pose, you can leave your arms forward or you can place your hands beside your shins. Play around with the different variations and find the one that works best for you. We'll bring our forehead to our mat and allow our body to slump and relax. If there's any discomfort here, you can open your knees wider, opening them as wide as the mat. And breathe deeply. Returning our attention to our breath every time we get caught up in thought. We'll bring softness to our face here, checking in with our forehead, our jaw, behind our eyes and our cheeks, and release any tension there. We'll bring our attention to the contact our body is making with our mat now, all the way from our head to our toes, our forehead, our hands, our forearms, knees, shins, ankles, feet, toes. Option to change the position of your hands, or you can remain as you are. Watching our attention, paying attention to our breath or the contact our body is making with our mat, and breathing deeply and evenly throughout. A reminder to check in with our breath. And release. To come out of this pose, we'll bring our hands under our shoulders and push ourselves up to kneeling. We'll make our way to lying down on our mat again. And we'll bend our legs and bring the soles of our feet together for Supta Baddha Konasana. We'll place cushions under our thighs, 1 or 2 cushions at each side, or your pillows. Anything works here. You can prop your cushions on its side or fold over for even more support. or you can use no pillows, whatever works for you. There's no right or wrong, only what works best for you. As we'll hold this pose for around 4 minutes, we'll make sure we're comfortable and take our time getting into this pose. And we'll breathe deeply and evenly here. In this pose, we'll befriend our mind. So wherever our thoughts go, we'll say yes and return our attention to our breath every time. If our attention goes to what we have to do today, yes. Or what we'll eat later, yes. Or how many weeks of homeschooling we have to do, yes. And return our attention to our breath every time. Continuing with our yes practice. Any discomfort in our legs or hips, you can move your feet further away from your body or add extra support under your thighs at any stage. We're going for comfort today, going for 100% nourishment for our body. Continuing with our yes practice, breathing deeply, bringing our attention back to our deep and even breaths. To release, we'll bring our knees together, roll to one side and push ourselves up to sitting. We'll make our way to a wall now. Shuffle our bum in to touch the wall and raise our feet up the wall. If you don't have access to a wall, you can bend your knees and place your legs up on a chair or on the couch or your bed, as I've shown in the photo above. Our arms are resting away from our body with our palms facing up, and we'll breathe deeply here. In this pose, we'll be here now and connect to this moment using our breath as our anchor. If we get caught up in thought, we label our thoughts past or future and return our attention to right now, bringing our attention back to our breath, breathing deeply and evenly. Inhale, we'll imagine our breath travelling all the way from our nose, down our windpipe, our spine, our legs, till it reaches our toes. Exhale, we'll release any stress and tension from our body. Inhale, vitality and energy. Exhale, we'll let go of any tension. And repeat. If you have any discomfort in your legs at this stage, you can bend your knees and bring the soles of your feet to the wall for a break, and then return to this pose when you're ready. We'll check in with where our attention is going again and return our focus to our breath, breathing deeply and evenly throughout. To release, we'll bend our knees, roll to one side and push ourselves back up to sitting. I hope you enjoyed today's practice and you'll join me again for more yoga videos. Please subscribe to my channel. I upload a new video to Ciara's Home Yoga every Saturday. Namaste.